Focus, focus, focus. What's good? Snapzilla Gorilla, aka The Definition. Welcome to The Definition of Anarchy. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. And I want to talk about something interesting today. Today I'm going to talk about why the amazing Lucas lost 10,000 subscribers and Brandon Tatum gained 10,000 subscribers. Now, this is sort of like a reaction video to a video that Brandon Tatum posted in his community tab. So there was a guy who had his take on why the amazing Lucas lost 10,000 subscribers and Brandon Tatum gained 10,000 subscribers. And I listened to it. I watched it. He was pretty much saying that Brandon Tatum was coming with a better message, that the amazing Lucas was losing subscribers because his message was switching up, like to a less conservative type message. And he said that Brandon Tatum's message reached more people and sunk in more, so therefore that like his message was more real. Okay, that Brandon Tatum's message is realer. But I have a different take on why the amazing Lucas lost 10,000 subscribers and why Brandon Tatum continues to gain subscribers. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to highlight the differences between those who speak real shit and those who don't. Now, from this guy's perspective, I forgot his name. The conservative guy or something like that. If you go to Brandon Tatum's or the Officer Tatum's community tablet, he posted it. Community shit. He posted in his community thingy. The reason this is important is because it shows how the level of cognitive dissonance people have. And it shows the level of hypocrisy and the level of, you better say what I want to hear, boy, or I'm gonna leave you, or I'm done with you. Now, as of late, the amazing Lucas has been saying a lot of things that people don't want to hear, particularly conservatives, in terms of police brutality, especially police brutality. Not caping for the police when they do bad shit, or not caping for vigilantes like Batman and Robin McMichaels when they do bad shit to black folks or to people in general. All right. And, they call him a race baiter and all this other stuff, but that's not what he's doing. He's highlighting how the culture of policing is a detriment to all people. Right. When you let bad cops get away with bad shit, you can't be a good cop. You're part of the problem. And so he's highlighting that. He's highlighting how qualified immunity is protecting police officers from doing bad shit. But then you have the Officer Tatum, Brandon Tatum, who is a former police officer and will always cape 9 times out of 10 for the police officer. And the one exception was when Derek Chauvin put his neck on George Floyd's neck. He actually seemed to be against the cop for that. But now, because the conversation and the focus shifted to George Floyd's past as a porn star, as a robber, as a 5-time prison person, right? Went to prison 5 times, robbed a chick, did this, did that, was probably high on drugs when he died. Because of that, it seems like they're letting Derek Chauvin off the hook. And when the amazing Lucas speaks up on that, or when he speaks out against people that do that, like the Officer Tatum, like Candace Owens and others, this is what happens, okay? When you go against the cult of personality idols like Donald Trump and Candace Owens and, up and coming superstar Brandon Tatum, you're going to have people that are going to leave because you're no longer telling them what they want to hear. What these people want to hear is the cops can do no wrong. George Floyd shouldn't have been on drugs that day. He shouldn't have did this. He shouldn't have been a criminal. Shouldn't have been a thug. And they don't want to hear that Derek Chauvin was also a thug, that there's also thugs in the police department. They don't want to hear you go against Donald Trump for holding up a Bible upside down in front of a church after he dispersed thousands of protesters that were not doing anything illegal. With tear gas, cops pushing people around, cops roughing up an Australian news team, all this other shit, so that Donald Trump can take a walk across the street to a church and take a picture. And even move the pastor, get the pastor out of the way. Nah, get that pastor out of here. Donald Trump has to take a picture with a Bible. Now, you can say what you want. You can say that he was just showing support for the Christians and blah, blah, blah. He's the most Christian, blah, 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 the most Christian uplifting this, that, and the third. But how much of a Christian is Donald Trump really? Is Donald Trump really a Christian? Look at the shit that he's done. Look at the things he's said. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. You go to a church and you hold up a Bible upside down and you go like this. Like you're on QVC or some shit. Like, if you don't see the pandering in that, then I don't know what to tell you. If you don't see how that's pandering, hey, you have your mind and I have my mind, and I see what I see. Just like when the Democrats, you liken that to the Democrats wearing kente cloth and taking a knee, right? Nancy Pelosi and all them wearing kente cloths. Was George Floyd even from Africa? I don't know. But it's pandering. Just like Donald Trump panders to Christians. Because guess what? A lot of the Midwestern rural Christians have been left out of the conversation for so long that Donald Trump capitalized on that. He knew that if he catered to the Christians, and he also had the moderates on his side. Because let's face it, Donald Trump is not a true Republican. He's not a true conservative. He's a New York Democrat that switched to a moderate Republican to run for president. So he panders as well. You cannot call that pandering. Why go to a church, hold up a Bible, but not pray? Not pray while you're at that church. Pray for the church. Pray for the community. Pray for, and have the pastor there standing next to you, praying for the country, praying for justice and equality and all this other shit. Why not do that? So if you don't see the pandering in that, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, it's a photo op. It was pandering. It is what it is. Y'all can call it what you want, but reality is reality. Okay. Now, the reason the Amazing Lucas lost 10,000 subscribers and the Officer Tatum gained 10,000, gained subscribers, however many, 25,000 or whatever over the last week, is because the Amazing Lucas is not telling people what they want to hear. He's speaking truth. And when you speak truth, truth is sanitizing. Truth is a filter, okay? Truth will filter out the people that want to hear the truth, right? Or that don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear what pleases their ears, what pleases their mind. That Trump is great. Cops can do no wrong. Oh, yeah, let's send military out on the streets. Oh, yeah, Ahmaud Arbery was a thug who attacked Robin McMichaels, even though they attacked him first with their cars. No one wants to hear the truth on either side, on the left or the right. And that's what I feel the Amazing Lucas is starting to realize. Like, look, both sides are full of shit. The leaders on both sides are full of shit. Black conservatives are full of shit. And they are. It's just a fact. Because black conservatives go harder than white conservatives to make black folks who are not along the lines of their thinking look like pieces of shit. And look, the officer Tatum, because I've got on him too quite a few times, about how ridiculous he is. Okay, and I get attacked, and I don't care. I lose subscribers. I lost. Well, no, you know what? That's not true. I didn't lose subscribers for that, but I did get a horrible dislike every time I go after Brandon Tatum. And I'm not necessarily going after Brandon Tatum himself. I'm going after his ideology. I'm going after his hypocrisy. I'm going after his statism and his order following mind state. I'm not necessarily going after him. But when I do, I get a horrible dislike ratio. So when you go after these, and you have to understand, I came at the Amazing Lucas a year ago, I think, almost a year ago, because he was saying some shit that I thought was ridiculous, And at that time, listen, the Amazing Lucas and Brandon Tatum has a lot of the same followers, as does Anthony Brian Logan. They all share a lot of the same subscribers. As a matter of fact, the Amazing Lucas shares a moderator with Anthony Brian Logan. Now, I haven't seen her in his chat in a while. Maybe she booked it, but they shared the same subscriber or the same moderator. I'm not gonna say her name, but look, this is the point. When people aren't ready to hear the truth, and you start spitting truth the more you start spitting truth, and these people aren't ready to hear the truth yet, they're going to leave. That's the bottom line to it. It's not because the Amazing Lucas's message is wrong. It's correct, especially as of late. Like the last few weeks, he's been on point with in regards to anti-statism, anti-militarized police, Now, I'm not gonna say he's anti-police, because he's really not. I'm anti-police. I don't think they're necessary. Some people want to get rid of the police. Some people want to, what they call that word when reform the police. No, I say just get rid of them. Give the people their power back. Give the people their rights to keep their arms back, and then you go from there. And then you give the people the power back, and people need to be responsible for themselves, for their own lives. You got to stop relying on other people to save your ass. You understand? Keep the fire departments, keep the EMTs, all that other stuff. Privatize them so they don't have to deal with the bureaucracy, because they have to deal with a lot of bureaucracy too. So anyway, moving on from that. This is about the Amazing Lucas and Brandon Tatum. But I will say this. As far as I go, I didn't start off as a black conservative. I didn't start off as a black liberal. So, and my message is about true freedom. My message is about pointing out how the government is against you. That's been my thing from day one. Even before YouTube. Even back in 2004, 2005, when I got out the military and I joined the group. That's been what I've been on, right? I've been on that for almost 20 years. I've been on anti-government. I've been on freedom from the government. I've been on true sovereignty for almost 20 years. Whereas a lot of these guys on YouTube that are about that, they've only been on it for about 5 or 6 years. I've been on it longer. I just haven't been on YouTube with it. I was out there trying to get work done. I was out there trying to build with other like-minded people. It was a little bit more militant, a little bit more black power back then. And then I started to realize a lot of those cats are full of shit. They're about the image. They're about attracting women. They're about getting money, charging $500 for seminars, not giving them any real information, not coming up with real solutions. So I had to break away from that. But I've been on sovereignty. I've been to sovereign land where they were ready to give us acres and acres of land so they can deal with some casino shit in the Midwest. It was going to be ours. But the people I was with, even myself, I wasn't ready for that yet. I wasn't ready for that type of life yet. Not completely. Because I didn't have the people around me to feel confident enough to make it work. I didn't want to take their land and not do anything productive with it. You understand what I'm saying? Now I can make it happen. But in fact, I need to get in contact with them. Anyway, this is the point. I've been on that freedom-minded shit. I've been on the sovereignty. I've been on voluntarism. I've been on that. I've been on breaking away and being independent from the government. Me and this other cat, right? There were two people out that group. Me and him were really talking about making real moves. We were talking about breaking from the United States government and in a legal way, right? I mean, he had a cousin who was a lawyer. We were talking about going into the communities and convincing them to get rid of the police, right? Legally, by legal means, and going with private police departments. That's why I talk about these private, because I've done the research. I know how it can be done. So I've been on that. I've been working on that with this guy, but unfortunately, some shit happened and he had to go to Belize. But this is the point. There are not too many people that are ready for that type of shit. So a lot of people aren't ready for true sovereignty. And then when I'm talking about this, we were talking about doing this back in, I didn't even know, I wasn't even on YouTube like that. I didn't even have a YouTube channel. So I've been on this freedom-minded shit. But we were talking about that back in 2012. We were talking about how there are islands in Virginia where that were supposed to be given to African slaves, right? It never happened. But there's islands off the coast of Virginia that were supposed to go to freed slaves. And we were talking about legally getting that and creating our own country within a country within the United States for black people to thrive in and be independent in. So it's just back then I was more on that, let's get the black folks free, right? I was more on that pro-black shit. I'm still pro-black, but I recognize that no one can be truly free unless everybody is free. So we have to work on getting everybody free. Then we can focus on individual groups, individual cultures, because people are going to naturally segregate. But if there's segregation is okay as long as there's a respect, as long as there's a respect for people's culture, respect for people's way of life, respect for people's freedoms and all that other shit, that it can really work. It can. Segregation doesn't have to be a negative. And we can still communicate, we can still build, we can still trade amongst each other as long as that respect remains. It's okay. It's okay that the Amish do it, the Jews do it already, the Chinese do it. It's okay to segregate naturally. It can't be forced. It can't be like, we gonna take your shit, keep you over there. We gonna keep you with limited shit. No, everybody has to be able to be free to get what they need and get what they want. You know, the problem with segregation before was whites had the cleanest fountains and the blacks had the dirtiest fountains. That was the problem with segregation. The blacks didn't have no books in their schools. The white folks had all the books. That was the problem with segregation. That's what Martin Luther King was working toward. He said, okay, if we can't get it on our own, well, maybe if we integrate with white folks, we can get the resources they have. It was just about getting resources that we wanted and needed. Anyway, moving on from that. So I'm just saying that to say, I've been on this freedom shit long before most of these people on YouTube. And I recognize when you start talking that true freedom shit, people who aren't ready to hear it, people who aren't about that life, are afraid of it. They're not comfortable with that idea. They're not comfortable with not having a ruler. So they're going to go to the wayside. They're going to go this way or that way. A lot of people don't want true freedom. They want the police marching up and down the street. They want the military dictating what they want rulers. They want rulers. They need rulers in their life. They can't brush. It's like they can't brush their own teeth without fucking somebody telling them how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. So when he starts more and more talking that freedom shit, of course he's going to lose subscribers. He might lose a lot because, like I said, he shares a lot of subscribers with Brandon Tatum, Anthony Bryan Logan, and all these other people. And when he speaks out against them, because they're saying more of the shit that they want to hear, the Officer Tatum and ABL, they're going to leave and they're going to migrate. See, people are going to migrate to the people that are saying the shit they want to hear until they're ready to hear some truth. When they're ready to hear some truth, they'll go to the people that are speaking the truth. That's why my channel is growing mad slowly. And I'm okay with it. I love it. Because my subscribers, it don't matter what I say. If they hear the truth, they down with it. I don't have to pander to any side or another. I don't have to pander to any race or another. So when I get subscribers, these are people that are really about truth, really about freedom, really about sovereignty, really about independence. Because that's what I'm about. They know that's what I'm about. And they know when I talk, that's what's going to come out of my mouth. So that's why I don't care about my low. It might take me another 2 years to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm okay with that. I don't have a sensationalized story. I don't have a red pill moment to talk about. I ain't going on tours and doing seminars and shit. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just a guy in a work van giving you my take on some shit. And I'm also showing receipts. When I make extraordinary claims, I show extraordinary evidence to point you in a direction so that you can gain some real knowledge. That's what I'm about. That's what the Amazing Lucas is about to be on. I mean, he's going coming ever and ever closer. And I know that he's seeing. I think he's okay with him losing 10,000. I don't think he cares. I think he's like me. Well, shit, if they want to leave, they don't want to hear the truth. They don't really want to see the facts or hear the facts. They want to see and hear the facts that lean toward what to the conclusion they want. And so let them go. Let them go that way. And when they realize, when push comes to shove, and they realize the truth, where the truth is really coming from, they might come back. It's okay that he lost 10,000 subscribers. It's not because the Brandon Tatum's message is better. It's just Brandon Tatum's message is more palatable, whereas the Amazing Lucas' message is now the truth. The truth will make a motherfucker run off hot quick. You understand what I'm talking about? What was it? So when they don't like it, especially if the Amazing Lucas speaks on Brandon Tatum in a not so flattering manner, oh, he's gonna lose way more subscribers. What you going after Brandon Tatum for? Oh, what you going after my president? Don't talk about my president. I'm out of here. See? And that's okay. Let them go. Let them go. When you speak the truth, it filters a lot of the ignorant, cognitive dissonance suffering, cult of personality suffering people out of your your subscriber count, and that's okay. Or YouTube might do it. YouTube might do it. YouTube likes to purge you sometimes too. They'll purge your ass. So, you know, I've been told several times that people have been subscribed from my channel without their knowledge or without their consent. So sometimes YouTube does it too. But I'm not delusional enough to think that, you know, YouTube is not slowing my channel on its own like that. You know, they might be doing a little bit, but it's me speaking the truth. It's me being so anti-government. It's me being so freedom-minded. People aren't comfortable with that yet. So they're not ready to and that's fine. That's fine. Let me build my channel as slow as possible. I'm okay with that. I got time. I'm only 40 years old. I got 40 years left, at least. So, what y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that the Amazing Lucas lost 10,000 subscribers because his message is horrible? Or is it because he's more freedom-minded and is showing in the words that he's speaking, and people aren't ready for that yet? Or he's coming after people that they love so much, and they're leaving because of that? Or do you think that it's because the Brandon Tatum is speaking so much more truth and all that? So y'all let me know what y'all think. Much love to y'all. Holla at y'all later. And like, share, subscribe. Peace.